The US Mint makes mistakes. And those mistakes are your payday. We are talking about quarters worth thousands of dollars, all because of a tiny, forgotten manufacturing flaw. Look closely at the date, look at the lettering. If you see a blur, a crack, or a doubled image, you just hit the coin lottery. I'm going to reveal the exact years and the exact spot where the money-making flaws are hiding. Don't touch another roll until you watch this. Welcome back to our channel, where we journey through history, one coin at a time. Today, we're setting our sights on a seemingly ordinary piece of American currency that might just be hiding an extraordinary secret: the 1987 United States quarter dollar. At first glance, it looks like any other quarter you might find in your pocket change, but stick with us, because this particular coin from 1987 has a story that could turn your spare change into a significant windfall. We'll delve into its history, design, and what makes some of these quarters incredibly valuable. You absolutely won't want to miss the grand reveal at the end, where we uncover just how much a specific 1987 quarter could be worth. Let's rewind to the year 1987. The United States was in a period of economic growth and cultural shifts. Ronald Reagan was in the White House, The Simpsons was about to make its debut, and popular music was dominated by artists like Michael Jackson and U2. In the midst of all this, the US Mint was busy producing millions of quarter dollars for everyday commerce. These coins were designed for transactions, not for collecting, which is precisely what makes finding a pristine example from this year so intriguing. Most quarters from 1987 were used, abused, and circulated, bearing the marks of countless hands and cash registers. This widespread circulation is a key factor in why some of these coins, especially those in exceptional condition, have become genuinely rare and highly sought after by collectors today. Now, let's appreciate the classic design of the 1987 quarter dollar. On the obverse, the head's side, we find the iconic profile of George Washington, the first President of the United States. This timeless portrayal, designed by John Flanagan, has graced the quarter since 1932. Below Washington's chin, you'll see the mint mark, which tells us where the coin was produced. D for Denver, P for Philadelphia. The motto, "In God We Trust," is prominently displayed, and the word Liberty arcs above his head, symbolizing the enduring ideals of the nation. This familiar imagery is a constant reminder of American heritage and values, embedded in a coin that has facilitated billions of transactions over decades. Flipping over to the reverse, the tail's side, we are greeted by the majestic American bald eagle, perched with arrows and an olive branch in its talons, representing both readiness for defense and the desire for peace. The words, "United States of America" and "quarter dollar" encircle the eagle with "E pluribus unum" out of many, one beneath it. This powerful imagery of the eagle is a fundamental symbol of American strength and freedom. While the design itself is standard for the Washington Quarter series, it's the subtle nuances and potential anomalies in specific 1987 issues that transform an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. The striking details of the eagle, when perfectly preserved, are a testament to the minting process and the potential for a coin to transcend its initial purpose. So, what elevates a 1987 quarter dollar from pocket change to a collector's prize? It primarily boils down to two critical factors: condition and minting errors. As we mentioned, millions of these coins were minted, but very few survived the rigors of daily use in what collectors call mint state, or uncirculated condition. A quarter that has never been spent, never rubbed against other coins, and has retained its original luster is a true rarity. Collectors use a grading scale, and coins graded MS-65 or higher are particularly desirable. The fewer scratches, dents, or signs of wear, the higher its potential value. Imagine finding a coin from 1987 that looks like it was just struck yesterday. These unblemished specimens are the ones that command premium prices. Beyond pristine condition, the world of coin collecting is fascinated by error coins. These are quarters that have some kind of anomaly or mistake from the minting process. For the 1987 quarter, collectors are always on the lookout for specific types of errors. These could include doubled dies. where the image or lettering appears slightly blurred or doubled due to a misalignment during the striking process. Another significant error would be a missing mint mark, though less common for this specific year. There are also off-center strikes, where the coin blank wasn't perfectly centered when it was struck, resulting in a portion of the design being cut off. These unique imperfections are incredibly rare and make each error coin a one-of-a-kind piece, highly sought after by those who appreciate the unique stories these flaws tell. A true error coin can elevate a quarter's value exponentially, turning a mere 25 cents into something far more substantial. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. We've explored the history, the classic design, and the elements that contribute to a coin's rarity. If you happen to possess a 1987 United States quarter dollar, particularly one from the Philadelphia Mint, in an exceptionally high, uncirculated grade, perhaps even a gem like MS-67 or higher, or, even more thrilling, if you are fortunate enough to discover one with a highly significant, verifiable minting error, then you could be holding a coin valued at an astonishing $65,000. That's right, an ordinary-looking quarter from 1987 could be worth an incredible $65,000. So, next time you're going through your change, or perhaps rummaging through an old coin jar, keep a keen eye out for that unassuming 1987 quarter. You might just have a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Today, we're focusing our magnifying glass on a coin from a pivotal year in American history, the 1993 United States quarter dollar. At a glance, this quarter, just like any other, seems destined to be used in a vending machine or tossed into a donation jar. But for the informed collector, the 1993 quarter holds a secret. While the vast majority of these coins are worth face value, a select few, those with unique stories and flawless condition, have achieved remarkable value in the numismatic world. Stay tuned, because we're going to dissect what makes this coin special and reveal a potential value that defies belief. Let's first set the stage back to 1993. This was the year Bill Clinton took office, the World Wide Web was gaining traction, and the economy was shifting gears. The U.S. Mint, tasked with supplying the nation's currency, was operating at peak efficiency, producing over 1 billion Washington quarters between the Philadelphia and Denver mints. This massive production run means that finding a 1993 quarter is easy, they are everywhere. However, this high mintage works both ways. While the average circulated coin holds no premium, the immense production volume increases the chances of rare anomalies and also makes finding a pristine, untouched example a true challenge. Every time one of these quarters went through a cash register or was rattled in a jar, its potential value slowly eroded. This scarcity of perfect examples is the foundation of their collector appeal. Now, let's turn our attention to the classic design that adorns the 1993 quarter dollar. On the head's side, the obverse, we see the distinguished portrait of the first U.S. President, George Washington. John Flanagan design is a powerful symbol of American leadership and history. Flanking the portrait are the words, Liberty, and the national motto, In God We Trust, with the date 1993 proudly displayed below. Pay close attention to the small letter located near the braid of hair just above the date. That's the mint mark, either P for Philadelphia or D for Denver. This tiny letter is critical, as values can sometimes vary dramatically based on the issuing branch of the U.S. Mint. Flipping the coin over to the reverse side, we are met with the enduring emblem of the United States, the magnificent bald eagle. Clutched in its powerful talons are a bundle of arrows, signifying military preparedness, and an olive branch, symbolizing peace. Encircling the eagle are the inscriptions, United States of America, and the coin's denomination, quarter dollar, along with the phrase, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many one. This design is a testament to the nation's core principles. But for collectors, it's not just the artistic merit that matters, it's the technical execution. The sharpness of the eagle's feathers, the clarity of the lettering, and the overall quality of the coin's strike are the benchmarks used to determine its worth. The secret to unlocking the maximum value of a 1993 quarter lies in two words, perfection and anomaly. Regarding perfection, Remember that most of the billion-plus coins minted in 1993 were immediately put into circulation. Finding one that has been impeccably preserved, perhaps tucked away in an original mint set or a safe and never touched, is extremely difficult. Collectors use the Sheldon scale to grade coins, with the highest grade being MS-70. A 1993 quarter graded at MS-67 or higher, meaning it is virtually flawless with full, vibrant luster, is what truly excites the market. These museum-quality pieces are so rare that their value skyrockets simply because they represent the absolute best of the 1993 production run. But the real showstoppers, the coins that create numismatic legends, are the error coins. Despite the mint's rigorous quality control, mistakes happen, and for a small percentage of quarters, these mistakes create unique and highly valuable varieties. For the 1993 quarter, collectors are actively searching for coins with a strong double die obverse, where the elements of Washington's portrait or the lettering show a clear, visible doubling, often caused by a slight shift during the die-making process. Other sought-after anomalies include significant off-center strikes, which were coins not perfectly positioned when struck, or even broad strikes, where the retaining collar failed to hold the coin in place. The rarer the error and the higher the coin's condition, the more astronomical the price becomes. These error coins are one-of-a-kind snapshots of a momentary lapse in the mint's industrial process, and they tell a unique story that collectors are willing to pay a massive premium to own. And now, the moment you've been eagerly anticipating. We've established that finding a 1993 quarter in supreme, uncirculated condition is rare, and finding one with a significant, certified minting error is rarer still. But if you have been fortunate enough to discover one of these legendary pieces, a highly graded specimen with a major, verifiable anomaly, or perhaps one tied to an unconfirmed but reported ultra-rare die state, your 1993 United States quarter dollar could be worth an incredible $75,000. It seems unbelievable that a 25-cent coin from 1993 could hold such a value, but in the specialized world of numismatics, rarity, condition, and error tell a compelling story that translates directly into extraordinary worth. So, open that old coin jar, check the dates, and scrutinize every detail. We're focusing our attention on a coin that often gets overlooked, but which holds the potential for incredible value, the 1991 United States quarter dollar. It's a coin from an era many of us remember well, and while millions were minted for everyday use, finding a truly exceptional one has become a serious challenge for collectors. We're going to explore the history, the design, and the subtle flaws that can transform this 25-cent piece into a numismatic powerhouse. Stay with us until the very end, because we will reveal the shocking top value this 1991 quarter could possibly fetch on the open market. Let's travel back to 1991. George H.W. Bush was in the White House, the Gulf War had just concluded, and the nation was navigating a period of economic transition. It was a time of high-volume coin production at the U.S. Mint, specifically at the Denver and Philadelphia facilities. The combined mintage for the 1991 quarters was well over 1 billion pieces. Because of this massive number, the vast majority of 1,991 quarters you encounter today are only worth their face value of 25 cents. They were designed to circulate, and circulate they did, wearing down the delicate details of the coin's design. This is precisely why the scarcity of truly pristine coins from this year drives collector demand so high. Finding one that avoided the wear and tear of 3 decades of commerce is the first step to finding real value. The design itself is the timeless Washington quarter, which has been in continuous production since 1932. On the obverse, or head's, side, is the dignified profile of George Washington, the father of our country. His image, designed by John Flanagan, is surrounded by the word Liberty, the date 1991, and the motto, In God We Trust. Beneath Washington's braid, you must look closely for the small mint mark, a P for Philadelphia, a D for Denver, or possibly an S for a proof version. The mint mark is a critical piece of the puzzle, as some minting facilities produced coins that are naturally scarcer in the highest grades. For 1991, coins from the Denver Mint have proven to be the most elusive in high-grade condition, which is a key piece of information for any serious collector. Turning the coin over to the reverse side, the tails, we find the majestic American bald eagle, our national bird, perched triumphantly, ready for flight. The eagle is shown holding a bundle of arrows and an olive branch. Inscribed around the image are United States of America and the denomination $quarter, along with E pluribus unum. When examining the reverse, pay close attention to the sharpness of the eagle's feathers and the crispness of the lettering. In a true, mint state coin, these details should be incredibly sharp, exhibiting the full, original luster of the coin immediately after it was struck. Any significant rubbing, scratching, or dullness dramatically reduces the coin's value. Now, let's talk about what makes certain 1991 quarters rocket into the realm of high-value collectibles. As we've stressed, condition is paramount. A 1991 D quarter, for example, that is certified by a grading service like PCGS or NGC as MS67, a stunning, near-perfect grade, can sell for hundreds, even over $1,000, simply because so few survived in that immaculate state. The scarcity of these high-grade survivors from the Denver Mint is well documented in the coin community, making them a primary target for condition-conscious collectors. However, the true multi-thousand-dollar values come from rare minting errors. These accidental anomalies that slip past quality control are what create numismatic legends. For the 1991 quarter, collectors feverishly seek out known errors such as pronounced double die varieties, where the image or lettering is visibly doubled due to a misalignment in the creation of the die itself. Other high-value errors include significant off-center strikes, where the coin blank was improperly fed into the press, resulting in a coin with a partial blank edge and a distorted design. There are also rare die cap errors and clipped planchet errors that, if found on a 1991 coin, would command a breathtaking premium. These unique flaws are historical artifacts of the minting process, and their one-of-a-kind nature guarantees intense competition among specialized error coin collectors. Finally, the moment of truth. After considering the extreme rarity of a high-grade 1991 quarter dollar, particularly one from the Denver Mint, and adding to that the potential for a spectacular, verifiable, and highly sought-after minting error, the kind that might be unique or one of only a few known to exist, it is possible for this unassuming coin to ascend to a value that would truly change your life. If you possess a 1991 United States quarter dollar that is certified as the finest known example or contains a profound, unique, and documented minting error, it could be worth a jaw-dropping $85,000. It's a value that seems unbelievable for a coin from 1991, but it proves that true rarity and historical anomaly are the engines that drive the collectible market. So, go check those jars and coin rolls. You might just be holding a fortune in your hand. Reshining a spotlight on a coin from the mid-90s, the 1994 United States quarter dollar. It's a coin that is very familiar to almost everyone in America, but for collectors, this particular quarter carries a unique narrative of scarcity in high condition and the thrill of discovery through error. While most of the over a billion coins minted that year are worth just 25 cents, a precious few are commanding life-changing amounts. Stick around until the final reveal, where we uncover the astonishing value a truly rare 1994 quarter could hold. Let's begin by setting the scene in 1994. It was the year of the O.J. Simpson car chase, the debut of the PlayStation, and the continued expansion of the Internet into popular culture. The U.S. Mint was running huge operations in both Philadelphia and Denver, churning out hundreds of millions of quarters each. This massive production run, while ensuring currency for the booming economy, simultaneously ensured that finding a perfect, untouched specimen is exceedingly difficult today. These coins were tools of commerce, and their use meant wear. Every scrape, every scratch, every bit of tarnish on a 1994 quarter tells the story of its life in circulation, and every piece of damage subtracts from its value. This is the central drama of the 1994 quarter, the relentless search for a survivor in mint state. Let's take a moment to admire the classic design. On the obverse, the heads side, we have the timeless image of George Washington. This portrait, a cornerstone of American coinage, is surrounded by the inscription, Liberty, the national motto, In God We Trust, and, of course, the year 1994. It's also on this side that you'll find the critical mint mark, either a P for Philadelphia or a D for Denver. A crucial piece of numismatic knowledge for this year is the relative scarcity of high-grade coins from the Denver Mint. While both facilities produced huge numbers, quarters bearing the D mint mark have proven to be the most challenging to locate in truly pristine condition, giving them a slight, but important, edge in collector value when flawless. Flipping over to the reverse, the tails side, we see the proud American bald eagle, poised mid-perch with its talons clutching both the arrows of war and the olive branch of peace. The inscriptions, United States of America, and $quarter, along with E pluribus unum, complete the familiar design. When assessing a 1994 quarter, the collector's eye focuses on the minutiae of this reverse design. The sharpness of the eagle's breast feathers and the distinct separation of the olive branch leaves are key indicators of a strong strike and consequently high grade. A coin with a weak strike and visible wear is common. A coin with a full, sharp strike and no damage is a genuine anomaly. The road to high value for a 1994 quarter is paved with condition rarity. Because over 1.7 billion of these quarters were produced, it's not the overall mintage that matters, but the survival rate in high grades. The standard circulated 1994 quarter is worth face value. However, one graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC as MS66 can sell for over $100. If you find one graded MS67, the value jumps into the hundreds, and for the absolute finest known examples, those graded MS68, the price can climb well over $1,000, thanks to their extreme scarcity. The difference between a common coin and a valuable one can often be as slight as a single hairline scratch. But where does the truly astronomical value come from? It comes from the thrilling world of certified, unique minting errors. Every now and then, a coin is struck with a major flaw that transforms it from currency into a high-value collectible. For the 1994 quarter, collectors are always vigilant for spectacular errors. We are talking about coins with dramatic double die obverse that visibly stretch the letters or the date, or significant off-center strikes where the design is stamped completely off the coin's center, creating a crescent of blank metal. The most valuable errors for any modern coin are those that are unique, easily identifiable, and verifiable. The most sought-after anomalies are often those that occurred due to catastrophic failure during the striking process, the kind of coin that should never have left the mint. So, let's talk numbers and the potential for a life-changing discovery. If you have been fortunate enough to discover one of the rarest 1994 quarters, a coin that is either a certified, finest known, example in a grade like MS68 or MS69, or, more likely, one of the rarest confirmed major minting errors with a unique provenance, then your quarter could be worth a staggering $80,000. That's right, $80,000 for a 1994 quarter dollar. The existence of these few, highly valued error and condition rarity coins proves that even in modern pocket change, genuine treasures await the keen-eyed collector. So, the next time you get a handful of change, take a moment and check that date. It might be the beginning of your own treasure hunt. Zeroing in on a modern coin that is far more complicated and potentially valuable than most people realize, the 1996 United States quarter dollar. It may seem like a common coin, one you toss into a jar without a second thought, but for the informed collector, this date carries a unique intrigue. We're going to dissect what makes the 1996 quarter a surprisingly hot ticket in the numismatic world, and most excitingly, we'll reveal the astonishing sum a flawless example or rare error could be worth. Prepare to be amazed. Let's cast our minds back to 1996. It was a year defined by the Centennial Olympic Games in Atlanta, the rise of the digital age, and a stable, late-century American economy. The U.S. Mint was operating at full capacity, striking over $1.5 billion quarter dollars between the Denver and Philadelphia facilities to meet the nation's demand for commerce. This enormous mintage is the reason why the vast majority of 1,996 quarters you find today are worth their face value. They serve their purpose, circulating through banks, vending machines, and tills, acquiring the dings, scratches, and wear that collectors dread. This heavy circulation, however, creates a phenomenon known as condition rarity. Simply put, the more coins made, the harder it is for one to survive untouched. The design of the 1996 quarter dollar is the venerable Washington quarter. On the obverse, the head's side, we see George Washington's familiar profile, an image that embodies American strength and continuity. Along with the year 1996, the coin features the inscriptions, Liberty, and the national motto, In God We Trust. Beneath Washington's neck you'll find that essential mint mark, a P for the Philadelphia Mint, or a D for the Denver Mint. While both mints produced hundreds of millions of coins, the key to value often lies in which facility produced the best preserved examples. For the 1996 quarter, coins from both facilities are notoriously difficult to find in the highest grades, making the search for a truly perfect piece a serious challenge. When you flip the coin over to the reverse, you are greeted by the majestic bald eagle, clutching a bundle of arrows and an olive branch. The inscriptions, United States of America, quarter dollar, and E pluribus unum, complete the imagery. When evaluating a 1996 quarter, collectors meticulously examine this side. They look for full, crisp feather details on the eagle, a sharp separation of the talons, and full luster, or cartwheel effect, across the fields. Any sign of rubbing or wear instantly disqualifies it from the highest collector tiers. These immaculate, uncirculated coins, often saved unknowingly in original mint packaging or a safe place, are the ones that begin to show a premium value, rising from face value to hundreds of dollars depending on the certified grade. The true secret to the 1996 quarter's highest potential worth lies in the world of numismatic errors. Despite the mint's best efforts, occasionally, a unique flaw occurs during the stamping process, creating an anomaly that is highly prized. For the 1996 quarter, collectors are particularly interested in significant, verifiable error varieties. These could include a dramatic, doubled die, where the motto, date, or other elements appear distinctly shadowed or doubled. Another extremely valuable type of error is a major off-center strike, where the coin was not properly centered under the press, resulting in a portion of the design being completely missing and a crescent of blank planchet remaining. Furthermore, look for rare instances of missing clad layers, where the copper-nickel outer layers failed to bond, resulting in an unusually light coin with a reddish copper appearance. These severe errors transform a common quarter into a unique piece of industrial history. These error coins are so rare and so highly desired by specialist collectors that their value surpasses simple condition rarity. They are often one-of-a-kind artifacts. Imagine a 1996 quarter that was struck on the wrong type of blank, or one that was struck multiple times, creating a chaotic but undeniably unique look. These major, certified mistakes are what fuel the most extreme auction prices. Now, it is time for the final, incredible revelation. Given the immense challenge of finding a 1996 quarter dollar in a certified, absolutely flawless grade, such as MS-68, or the near-mythical MS-69, or, more realistically, if you happen to discover a documented, single finest known example of a major minting error, then your seemingly ordinary quarter could hold an astonishing market value of $90,000. Yes, that's right, $90,000 for a quarter from 1996. This potential value underscores the thrilling reality that genuine wealth can be found hiding in the most common places. So, the next time a 1996 quarter passes through your hand, remember its secret potential. Give it a closer look, it could be the find of a lifetime. If you enjoyed this journey into the hidden value of modern coinage, please give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss our next big discovery. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting!